AutoKept is fascinating technology, but it could be used in so many other areas that we just don't have the time to get to. One of the biggest is dieting, pun intended. I mean, there's only one diet that works: eat less. That's why nutritionists always tell you to write down a log of everything you eat. Well, that's destined to fail, and we both know. Well, AutoKept is the answer there. Imagine just taking a picture every time you eat. Now, people have the phone with them 24 hours a day, so all they do is take a picture and talk about it, and their calorie count goes right into a graph with the feedback loop that shows calories today on the front of the phone, so that if I'm on a 1500 calorie a day diet, when I get to 1480, I know it's time to slow down. So what's the business model here? Who's going to want to sponsor an app like that? Well, I can think of a lot of diet companies, organic food stores, vitamin businesses. There are just so many people that would want to buy the front of that phone, and on the world's fastest, easiest, most effective way to manage your weight. I mean, can you imagine what the end user is going to say? Can you imagine how many times they'll share the best diet app they've ever looked at? Now, we've got the copyrighted technology, the patents pending on this, but we don't have the time to do a calorie counter. Let's talk about some others. Let's say I go to a trade show and I'm taking cards all day long. They're coming in, and I know I should be writing down the follow-up and getting everything done, but sometimes we go months without following these leads up. How about this? We use AutoKept, take a picture of the card so it imports the data right straight into our CRM, and then assigns the follow-up task right to my staff back at the office. So I can simply take a picture of the client, take a picture of the card, and talk about what we need to get done, and it's all done for me in real time automatically. That would be a great use for the AutoKept technology. Now, this one just happened to me this weekend. I went to a grocery store and I said, all I can find are 3-pound bags of sauerkraut. Where do you sell the small jars of sauerkraut? And the girl I asked had no idea until somebody else came up and talked to me. It must have taken both of them about 5 or 8 minutes to figure it out. Why didn't she have an app that all she had to do was look at the app and say, where is the sauerkraut in jars? Now, all stores have all their SKUs listed in a database. All those SKUs are mapped out in the store. In about 5 seconds or 10 seconds, she could have told me exactly where the jar of sauerkraut was. Wouldn't it have been easier? And if I'm a property owner, I'm walking around, I see a repair that needs to be made. Couldn't I just take a picture of the leaking pipe, talk about it for a few seconds, and then upload it directly into the job ticket so the maintenance man gets to it? If I junk cars, why couldn't I have my mechanics out in the field, take the part off the car, talk about the part, where it came from, what kind of car, and then take a picture of the bin number they put the part into? And it wouldn't matter about the language, because it can translate everything into the language that the database understands. Oh, and this is one of my favorite. Fix This City. Now, there are a couple of apps out there right now where if you see something wrong, you can text and type into the repair ticket. Wouldn't it be easier to just take a picture? If I see a sign knocked down, I take a picture of the knockdown sign, it tracks the GPS code, and then I simply talk about what just went wrong, click submit, and it goes into the proper department at that town to get a quick repair job done. I mean, wouldn't that be fascinating? We've got the technology, we just don't have the time. I don't know what you can think of, but I'd sure like to hear about it. If any of this brings up an idea on how we could start a business together, and it will require capital on your part, well, send me an email or call me on the phone and let's chat about it.